guys, this is Elizabeth Kamara. Welcome to my channel, Kamara's Place, and welcome to a new episode of 2 Item 1 Company, a series on this channel where I take 2 items from the same company and let you know which one is worth the hype and the money. For this week's episode, we are doing a sneaker brand that, in my opinion, and the opinion of shoes connoisseur, revolutionized the way that we look. Sneakers and sneaker culture in totality. If you don't already know, the brand of today is Jordan. Today, I will be comparing the Dunks versus the low top ones. In addition to telling you the pros and the cons of each sneakers, I'm going to tell you the price point, the longevity of the sneakers, the comfortability, and the aesthetic. And then I'm going to give you an overall conclusion of which shoes I think is better and worth the money and the hype. The first shoes we're going to get into is the shoes that started my sneaker collection. So the first thing is price point. I'm giving that a 5 out of 5 because these retail for $90 and I think it's relatively cheap compared to other Nike sneakers or Jordan sneakers on the market. So aesthetic, I'm going to be giving this a 4 out of 5. The leather being suede makes it easier to clean. But the first major thing that I enjoy about this sneaker is the fact that the sole is not a white color. They easily could have just made it a white color to match the bottom of the sneakers, but because they added that purple sole, it just juxtaposed the whiteness of the sneakers. Let me put it in this house, you can see, like, I enjoy the little detail like the Jordan in the back of this, but you can see it, and then the number 23 to match Jordan's jersey number. So like little detail. The interior of the shoes is purple to match the sole, and you can see the Jumpman logo is at the bottom of the interior and the Nike sign that is on both sides connecting at the back. Number 3, comfortability. I would rate this a 3 out of 5 when it comes to comfortability, only because one, the shoes tend to be narrower the closer you get to the front part, which is forcing your toes to be squished like this, and then on top of that, the soles are flat. And then lastly, longevity. How long are these shoes lasting? Like, I bought this 5 years ago. There's no rip, there's no tear. It looked the same as if I got it out the box, with the exception of the creases, but the creases are made by me and I don't really care because I'm the only person wearing these shoes. Price point, this is retailing for $120. I'm giving this a 3 out of 5 because $120, you may not be in a position to justify paying $120 for sneakers, especially if that $120 can go for your bills, it can go for your any other thing, you know. Oof. Aesthetic. But I would give this a 5 out of 5 regarding aesthetic because of the leather and the attention to detail, and adding this pennant here with the Nike sign that goes with the check mark, and then taking such a boring color like gray and elevating it with the Nike logo that is a turquoise color to the point where it's not clashing, but it's settled together. The little detail like the stitching, like the thread that's being used to keep the top and the sole of the shoes together is white. Like just the little things, like it helps you go from gray to a transitional color to the gray of the sole. So these are the type of things that I pay attention to. Third thing is comfortability. Comfortability, I would give this a 3 out of 5. This can take a while. It can take you a good minute to get into the shoe side of the shoelace, make sure it's comfortable. So that's why I said comfortability isn't, I'm giving it a 3 because it's like I'm more of a low top person, but again, that's a personal choice. And then lastly, like I said, longevity. Longevity is 5 out of 5, but that depends on who you are as a person. I know my neighbors downstairs hate my guts, but longevity is dependent on who you are as a person. If you're somebody who doesn't really care about your property, you don't take care of your sneakers, your shoes are not gonna last. There's not a single scratch. Again, don't look at the creasing of the sneakers. I already told y'all I wear my sneakers, but they are in tip-top shape. I can literally clean it today and sell it tomorrow to somebody else because I take care of my stuff. But if you know you're not going to take care of your stuff, it's not going to last. At the end of the day, this is leather. It needs to be clean, and it needs to be taken care of like you would anything else. Especially wanting to make this video because we've seen a decline in shoes, in sneaker culture overall, and people are asking themselves, is it worth the money to spend X, Y, and Z on this sneaker if it's no longer popular or if people are no longer engaging in sneaker culture? And to answer the overall question, I think Jordan overall are worth the money, but you need to be realistic with yourself and you need to figure out whether you're a high-tech kind of person. What's your price point? What are you looking for? Are you more so of an aesthetic kind of person, or do you prefer comfort? If you're going for aesthetic, this may be for you. If you're going for comfort, the first shoe that I showed you might be for you. So Like I said, this for me is my go-to sneakers. Again, you can see from the creasing in the sneakers, but I wear the shoes day in and day out, as demonstrated by the snagging in the back of the shoes. So this for me is worth the money, but I understand that there's people who might watch this video who care strictly about the aesthetic and are hot top kind of people. But as always, that's all I got for you guys today. This is a series. If you like to see a series in totality, I'm going to have a card above my head somewhere somehow when I edit this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys on the next one. Bye!
The number you have dialed has been changed. The new number is